Ba-da-ba. Well, time has come to return to the age-old game of Factorio. Let's see. Is the audio... The audio seems fine. Okay. Then we'll just head straight back in. Last time we started the uranium processing research, which is probably the best thing to do currently. Well, we also built a massive belt production factory, but, you know, not as important. So, there were also things with the that we realized had an issue. For example, the iron supply and such isn't the best, unfortunately. We installed blue belts here for some reason. Doesn't really do that much of a difference. But it looks cool when so much is just whizzing along the belts, but still there are certain things we need to keep an eye on, like power. We seem to be doing fine on power. I'm not entirely certain how much the accumulators have dropped during the nights, so just for the sake of it, we might just upgrade the system ever so slightly more. Which will mean setting up a new solar array. And but where am I going to build that? We can also see that certain areas are getting they're spreading back in these annoyances, these nuisances. So probably simply just going to do it like this. Sending the robots out on a trip. Oops, I forgot I should not have given them these. So they need to first tear down all the trees before doing anything else. Because if not, we're going to end up having issues way too quickly. Like, preferably I should just be the one to put down these. I feel like the order they are tearing down the trees in is... it's just kinda random, really. There isn't much sense to the whole system they're using. My working fear was kinda that they were working from the outside and in, but this is not the outside. So it's more or less random. Or maybe they are purposefully avoiding removing the trees that are in the way for their comrades. That would be a bit of a dick move, but it's possible. Oh, and uranium processing is finished. Now, using this we have gotten the Coverex enrichment process. Which is my first step towards, well, yes, nukes. However, uranium ammunition is also quite useful, so is uranium. I mean, uranium reprocessing isn't largely important unless I make a nuclear power plant. Which I might not do, because I don't think it's that necessary. I'll get by fine without any. So instead I'll just focus on going towards the atomic bomb. Which will mean I'll have to make fuel. Should maybe just have gotten a bunch more robots. Oh well. Currently replacing with another roboport would have just maxed out. Would have meant we had less personal laser defense or less movement. Either of which I don't really want. Oh, they placed down a singular accumulator. Probably going to need extras. Oh, finally. Slowly they're getting more and more back from the process of just waiting and back to work. Well, let's allow the construction of the accumulator array part first. Remove the trees in that section and then give them access to the accumulators. And I'm going to check. I do not seem to have any dirt blocks on me. That's but this needs to be placed about here. Hang on. I just realized the mistake I made. That wasn't even placed correctly. There we go. Now we can see more correctly where this is supposed to be placed. Here requires about 2 blocks of dirt, so I'm just going to... Let's see. My controller was... Yeah, send these guys up. Oopsie. Yeah. I'll send them around like manually for the time being whilst I get the resources to just finish dirt blocks. So let's make 6. Should probably be enough. These guys are still busy, just put that one back. Wait, maybe I should remove these trees as well. So I probably won't need to go back up here anytime soon, but just in case, you know. There we go. Yep, it turns out they actually have one solar panel and therefore they're complaining. Also, I wasn't supposed to work up here just yet. But I guess I'm legally bound to allow this guy to get done with his job before heading off to the area where I'm actually supposed to work. So let's just allow these guys to finish off before we head down here and do the rest of the work. They're going to need about 3 of these. Hopefully they'll take them last once the plots have actually been cleared. Yep, and now there are just a few more trees here and then we can give them the accumulators. Oh no, those need to be destroyed. That was what was in the way. Okay. I thought it was just a matter of destroying the previous accumulators, but no, there were cliffs in the way that they haven't destroyed yet. And also I have nowhere near enough accumulators to finish this part of the array. Still, not a problem really. It'll be updated once I have more. And remember to do so. I guess I'll also give them like a couple of cliff explosives just so that they can actually remove cliffs in the way. I also have about 50 or about 100, I mean. So if I do this correctly, I might not have to remove as many trees to get it done. actually mean. Just going ever so slightly further down. Night has struck. Let's see the last 10 minutes. Oh yeah. Now we'll see how the accumulators will fare during the night. I feel like they shouldn't struggle too much, but I mean, just in case. And okay, I need to be careful because I don't want them to place anything up here just yet, as I do not have. I don't think I'm going to use the substations to power those guys. Unfortunately, these trees are in the way. Yeah, 4 substations so that you can use those. Just please remove as many trees as possible first. There we go. And each like substation piece requires 32 solar panels. See there. Remove the rest so that they can clear the ones in peace, and then just keep the sprint over here so that this is the next part they work on. No, no. Sacre bleu. What's happening? Watch. Okay. We lost a corner piece. That needs to be repaired. Guess I'm going to have to quickly run down there soon and eliminate more camps. Go, little white drones, go! Let's also need to dump up the wood sometime. I don't exactly have a system to spend those yet, which I probably should get at some point. Or you could just make infinite storage. That's what I've done before when there's been a resource I've had too much of. Don't need more of it, well, you're still making it, so just dump them in an infinitely growing storage complex. Just one of those simple things. Okay. Now let's return down. I'll give these guys just a handful of repair kits so that we can repair it once we're down. And I believe the controller was on 2. Yes. In general, I should probably just have a bunch of extra components for these kinds of setups. Like, I can just transfer a handful of pipes and pipes to underground pipes, as well as electric mining drills, furnaces and whatnot. And now they'll repair my broken stuff for me, which will save me a lot of time. Let's see, how many... Okay, they spent about 4 packs. Not an insane amount. Also, yeah, auto-targeting is turned off because it turned out to be a bit of an egg. Did not shoot what I wanted them to shoot, so I'll just do it myself. And these guys are back to controlling the iron patch here. Right, quickly wipe out those. One then down. Okay, all then downs. Just blast these guys with rockets and... Oh. I need to be careful. Should maybe just take those away from them. And then we research Kovrik's enrichment. That's going to be quite important, but I do not have the research to do so, so in the meantime I'm just going to try to research something else that I will most likely have use for, like cargo size potentially, coal liquefaction. It's another way to use coal for petroleum products. That could be quite decent, or at least I know I have enough utility science, but I don't know about blue and the likes. No, probably don't have enough for much research anyhow, but the Roboport Tier 2 might be good as it has the same dimensions as the first Roboport. Right, just launch everything into their base, and that's it. Now we just eliminate the guys following and check more. There's another camp here. The camps further south are a bit too large for me, which is mainly why I need the atomic bombs as soon as possible. Having access to too much, or not having access to much, there being too many camps is annoying me. Alternatively, I could always just make an artillery and set up like a defensive area, which I hopefully should be able to eliminate everything attacking, but it's just really expensive. I'm going to need more research before I'm able to do that. So I hope these guys aren't going to spread too much, but knowing or assuming that the size of a colony decides how quickly it spreads, these guys down here, south here, are definitely going to spread. Not saying I know how the system works, I am assuming that for like each mass of camps and splitter and such, they create an excursion colony once every so often. And then they settle up in the green area before they, at some later point, either make an excursion colony for a new base or something else. Right, so this down, there is another base up here. This one is large. Actually, might be something hidden in the fog here that I can eliminate quite safely. And then there are these. Yeah, I need just to make a better system of defending my base. And also I need to set up like a general robotic system inside, so that the robots take care of most things. Anyways, let's check. No, not now. Let's check after we have eliminated the space. Yeah, there was a larger camp there. Unfortunately. It isn't too large. I could probably take it out without too much hassle. And I do have the missiles for it, most likely. Or rockets, probably. I'm not entirely certain what the difference between a rocket and a missile is technically, but I doubt it's important to me right now. Anyways, that's the main camp of spawners destroyed. Now it's just worms and the remaining critters. There we go. All of them out. Just take out the north camp. Let's see. The atomic bomb is expensive in terms of I think the most expensive part there is probably going to be the rocket control units. Like the rest, the enriched uranium isn't going to be largely expensive, it's going to be time consuming. As, well, the way uranium processing works, when you purify, well, when you purify uranium ore that you find, well, all over the map or some places, you get 7% uranium-235, and, well, the rest is uranium-238, or 0.7%. With that uranium-238, there isn't really much you can do. You can make, like, uranium ammunition like they do in real life when they make uranium-tipped weaponry. And then you just, well, use that as weaponry. However, what you can do is use the Covarex enrichment process, where you could transform, well, effectively 3 uranium-238 into 1 uranium-235, at the cost of having a lot of uranium-235 as a catalyst, I assume. So if you get enough, like, have just a base setup running for long enough, you'll get enough uranium to enrich more. So having in the time it takes to get enough uranium-235 to actually start using the Covarex line, at that point you should have enough to make, well, to keep consistent production of 235 going with what you've already got and what you're currently creating. I forgot to keep an eye on the accumulators, but I don't think it was a problem. Let's see here. Just put the repair packs back. Keep the entirety of the base repaired. And this guy, with ammunition probably. Okay, that's the second robot tier finished. Let's create that. So we're just going to need a bunch more batteries. About it's 225, assuming you don't already have made one, so no, okay. 2 more personal robots, and let's just currently limit the output of batteries. We have plenty of circuitry, we have plenty of copper, we have iron, we have gas. Those gas should not be spent on this system, assuming yep, I set it up more or less correct. We have full on everything now, which is good. They just haven't been created the backlog of the whatever this is again, which is fine. We just need to, well, see if there's anything else we can improve, like immediately. The delivery line, we can do that, like just generally or all over the system, that's possible. These guys, we could make productivity modules, but that would cost bank. These guys are fast transport belts. So investing in productivity modules might not be a bad idea though, assuming I use them elsewhere as well. Like we're creating plenty of tier 1 productivity modules, it's just that they are a bit expensive to make more of. Do we currently have... No, I removed the system to remove excess blue circuitry. Probably a good idea anyways, but that means I do not have access to any right now. Extra 29 batteries, now we just require another 35. Or just another, yeah, more. And everything here is up and running. We always need express belts. We always need all of this. I'll just grab some to keep on me. And also think about creating these guys. They only require steel, a resource I unfortunately have limited amount of. This is also the main reason, like why, oh no, the blue science is just slow, that's the problem there. At the same time, what's happening with sulfur? Okay, sulfur is just being output on a single line now instead of two, and I ain't balancing it. I could probably balance it. Let's see it. Set it like this. And, well, there we go. Balance belts. Now we'll also force it to use more. 800 explosives for the Mr. Legs. I do not remember giving it that name, but probably he did. And then we have batteries. 17, still need another 10 then I think. Yes, another 10 and more steel. I need steel anyways. Okay, productivity modules in steel, that's probably something I should invest in. Because, well, the consumption of iron there is horrific. 7 batteries, 8 batteries, another 2 batteries. There we go. Finish the personal roboport. And it... how many does it have again? It has increased work area and 15 higher robot limit, so 5 of these and 7 of these then, probably. Actually, no. Let's grab another 3 working ones. Most likely those are all I'm going to need. When I'm in the system, or well, in the vicinity of the storage area where I'll be dumping stuff. Most of the time I'll just have the base. The basic, or well, the robots in the base will move things for me generally then. There we go. More of these. Plenty of belts. Hey, that was something I should have done, but I can do it like by hand for now. All of these should just be put back into the system. Like automatically. Let's see here. If this is given a thing, it will be dumped on the bottom belt. Okay, good. Then I can just add this here, fill it with this. Actually, no. This is the wrong place. I had the right idea. I just need to actually add it somewhere where I can say, oh, by the way, when there is stuff, take it from here. Still on the same line, and now the box will be emptied before more is created. I think. No, still too close. It's a fiddly thing, but it's not too difficult. Now I just need electricity. There we go. For the other systems it's being directly pumped in, so I'm just going to have to put it in by hand. Also, I'm going to keep some red underground belts on me, because mixing those two can be necessary at times. Right, so I've made this one. Strap it in. Getting charged and... well, steel. Now I also need gears. Those, we are of course making enough of those that I can just grab them straight off the belt. Whilst the next part will probably be to make more productivity modules. Of second tier, preferably. Where the limit is currently just processing units. Which I have enough of a backlog of to grab. Because currently the processing units are, well, processing units take about 54 from scratch, which it doesn't need to, or it takes 10 seconds. Whilst the other thing, the low density structures takes 20, so I need double the amount of these compared to these. Also, these guys aren't getting enough steel, which is probably the main reason. So let's just grab a bunch of these and put them back into the system. Like, I can put more productivity modules in these at some point if I really need, but currently that's not an issue. There'll be a backlog anyways. Also, there might not be a backlog if I just add productivity modules, as they will be instantly a lot slower. So let's see, half is with right click. I'll also be thinking about adding speed modules. I don't know if I have any of those anywhere, but just add those with a couple of beacons like every other step here. Okay, so productivity modules will be at the top. Increasing the power consumption by another... I don't know. Okay, no, it uses about 400 kilowatts now, each of these. Luckily the accumulators should still be able to stay on top of that, hopefully at least. I have faith in them, they should be able to do that. If not, I can just improve the system. Right now it's just improving everything. We need more steel. So you know what, speaking of improving, I think it's time that the belts are improved. Will this actually have a, well, much of an effect on the system? Probably not. I just want to. And I have the resources to. Oh yeah, they have slightly larger range now, that's true. Now they can reach about 20 squares away from me. Here we go. But they did not have enough for that small square down there, apparently. Sure, just upgrade everything. We have the technology. And maybe the resources. Ah, we don't have the resources anymore. Did we? Yeah, okay, we had. Anyways, let's take out the, well, old pieces and dump them back into the plant. Here we go. Just straight into the box. And the other things also straight into the production line. Okay, day has arrived, it seems. They dropped to about, let's say, 3, which is good. I don't think adding productivity modules to these at least should be enough to change that. However, we are seeing a slightly low influx. You know what? Let's focus on feeding the steel line. I have a feeling that it's not going to do much to the general pass-through. So it's just so that it seems to me that we actually are constantly full here. So this line is a bit slow, so we'll see. And okay, this one. Where the yellow is, well, delivery, the green is construction. The less I have to bumble about at these, the better. So I want to have the least possible overlap of orange. So let's see here. For that to work, we need to have, let's say, just add this all over there before we place it down, and add this one. There we go. Adding a big electric pole. The system has now increased its size. It still requires beacons, which maybe I should just start automating. Beacons aren't that difficult, and now I can just start working under here. Yeah, okay. The beacon in general costs steel, copper, circuit, and circuit. Ooh, the steel cost is kind of... that's a bit annoying. Steel is one of those resources I don't really have enough of currently. I'm at least going to have to heavily limit the steel consumption, or the maximum. Let's see. Let's also check the... Maybe I should make automatic assembling machine tier 3s. Because if there's anything I'm going to need, it's those, and those are only like all steel. Yeah, probably. For that, however, I'm going to need to make the base ones, as I'm not going to make the high-end ones just yet. So step 1 is just a regular one, which needs... let's grab more belts. It requires gas. Add this in. We're going to need to move the gears all the way over. Let's see here. I don't need those anymore. And here, here we also add a splitter, which I don't seem to have in storage, but those are probably here. Split will just deposit these on the lower line. Also going to need iron, which, using a bit of a cheeky method, I can just get straight off the line here. Cost-wise, it's most iron and gear, so those will have to be on the lower line. On the top line we can have green circuitry. Like this. Oh wait. Like this, we then run this through. these will intersect if done like this. However, this is where these red ones come in. I don't think I need the blue ones. Only didn't need the blue ones here either, but you know. I do it how I want to, because I'm in charge. Now I need the... I'm going to need more red-handed in circuits. Those are just regular resources. As said, these will make the base ones. The next tier just requires more or less the same resources, just including steel as well. If I... No. Actually, yeah, possibly... No. No? I want to save space, even if it looks messy. If I save space, I'm generally happy. So, let's see. Add a small cross here. Hang on, that's the wrong resource. Let's see here. Now, again, these are the two most needed resources, so they will be on the bottom line. At this point, just because I want to stabilize it a bit more, we'll do it like this. They'll deposit the finished machines onto this line, and then steel will just be administered at top of the line, like here maybe. Then it's just to figure out how I'm going to deliver the steel. Actually using this and the red inserters, I can just swoop them straight onto the line, adding the next tier of assembling machines, so that I no longer have to make those by hand. Oh no, that's the wrong machine. And for the last one, I just need speed modules, which are going to be created using... Well, the way I think I'm just going to do that is... Let's see. I have made a couple here. If we deposit on that line and import here, then we can just swoop them down here. Let's see here. Rebuild it slightly like this. Deposit on this. No, that would mess up, so like this. And then I'll just maybe add more machines down here. They deposit on this line. And just again run it loop around. This, we now have a last tier of machines that turn these into the green assembly machines. There we go. Then I just have to set these to make speed modules, feed from both lines, and just because I'm not entirely certain how quick these machines will be, it's just... Even though I'm only going to use half the resources, it doesn't really matter. output input done. At a later point I can either just... I can just add another line here. Of machines. Like this. And then finally just deliver green circuitry around here. Yeah. We'll clean this up later, but for now this is a simple way to fix it. And then these guys will just deposit into their... Let's see here. Like this. They'll deposit into a common box limited to 1 stack. That way we should hopefully not waste too many resources, but either way, we're now getting it. And of course the first ones are... Okay, let's see the differences in production is about equal to the difference in crafting speed, I'd say. Or energy consumption, I mean. Still, let's switch these guys up. And yeah, now we are getting more. There is enemy base a bit too close. Let's see, where's my controller? They've spread in. So far not a threat on the other side, but the eastern flank. Luckily, I don't think they've had the time to breathe enough gas to become super hostile. By the way, I think they'd be wrecked on my defenses, even though there aren't many left at the copper mine. Which is a bit sad for them, to be honest. A little bit disappointing, maybe. A bit of a boo-hoo. Yes. It is, as the young'uns say, a bit of a sad pepper moment. Ouch. He spat on me, how dare he? Fix me. Then we just... Following the bases back, we should be able to push them far enough back that they aren't a threat anymore. Although this thick red mist here is slightly concerning. Okay, it seems like it's just a collection of smaller bases. That's good at least. That isn't too much of a threat. Also make sure to always keep moving, because if not, the robots are going to start emerging from the Spidertron and start repairing me, which is not what I want. Something got destroyed. Speaking of the robots emerging, that happened. Right, no more fooling around. Complete and utter annihilation. There. Let's see. There are bases about here, but I'm not going to mess with them. If I have to explore more to find the base, then I'm not gonna deal with it right away. I'll leave it for when I get the nukes. There. There is nothing immediate, except for down here, because they keep spreading. I need to just build a better defense system. Also maybe find something to research. I guess flamethrower damage in general is probably nice, but with the... well, what's currently the bottleneck of science? It's... well, it's purple. Okay, I've just managed to get myself such a backlog of yellow signs because I haven't been producing that in like, let's see, the last hour. The last hour I made about 477 yellow signs. Okay, in general I have made more yellow signs than purple signs because... Why actually that's... I'm not entirely certain, I just know I think I need quite a bit of steel for the rails. And they probably receive just as much steel each. Okay, actually I can check this. Yellow signs requires 7 steel. No, don't repair me, you assholes. Ah, you. Right, you're losing repair pack privileges. If I go too slow at all, they start repairing me and then I waste robots. So what, have I lost 2 now? Yeah. I'm not gonna replace them just yet. It'll happen again, most likely. Instead, let's think about iron extraction. None of these need to be replaced just yet. Delivery speed is, I mean, it's so and so, there are only 2 belts. The copper is also doing fine, I believe. It isn't even delivering at maximum speed, so there's maximum consumption. Stone, I'm not gonna bother to check, I feel like the situation is about the same there. Also, hang on a second. This shit isn't appearing on the map here. There is no... That might be... Okay, that might be because it's just a single... And for some reason there be... That you see less vertically. I don't know. That's strange. Must be something to do with the resolution of the minimap, but... Yeah, whatever. Let's just grab a couple of more... Productivity modules are a bit... whack setup right now, because they are actually being delivered onwards. Let's see. Like energy consumption increase compared to productivity increase. Like each of these increase -5 speed, -5% speed. It's 2 increase, then another 2, no, another 4. While it's only being 2, 3, and 3 pollution increase. It's cost-wise which is the problem, because, well, this one requires about 6 times as many processing units. And the processing units I don't have a belt for, so I'm not making those automatically. Still, let's check the... Okay, I just got to the point where it's starting to decrease actually. Productivity module installation. Just another 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Another 8 productivity modules and then we're done. At least for the steel system. Now one thing to note. They are producing like... They have an increased productivity of 12%. But they have a decreased crafting speed of 20%. Meaning that they aren't really producing faster. Like for the second, not for the second, then it's -30% plus 20. So on average they are probably producing less. Actually, no, there's some deep mathematics which I can't be bothered to get into right now, but I think it's okay, because it's with the max one, it's going to be producing, well, let's double check again. It's going to be producing 12 for the cost of 10. So it's producing 12 in the time of 10, but it could have produced, well, no, okay, I'm not entirely certain. It's probably a bit slower. You can tell that math is something I need a lot in my current studies. Yay! Yeah, well. Circuitry, fine. Once I need more, I'll just make another setup of the ones I currently have. Coal are doing okay. Not like incredibly high demands, I think. I mean, seemingly not. Alright, either that or it's just getting filled instantly. So we're doing fine on copper, we're doing fine on most things. Iron we aren't entirely keeping up with demand on. And steel definitely not. We can at least see that one of the steel on the iron lines are top. But the rest aren't. How do we fix this? Okay, let's see. Speed modules increase the energy consumption at top. Less. Yeah, I don't know. I could do the math, but I don't feel like it. Red circuitry production is down due to an issue in copper, which is due to me being an idiot. Still, as a sort of a sorry, I'm just going to upgrade all of you because I believe I have the resources. Let's see. Let's fill you up. 28. Yep. Because that was about what? 18? Yeah. Now they'll be working faster and I can, well, fill them with upgrades. Yeah, what else do I need to upgrade here with? This one again. These guys are already filled and filled with terrible productivity modules, but well, what can you do? Let's also just fill them with productive processing units, I mean, so that they'll keep running. And for the moment, since these guys aren't working anyways, let's dump them straight into a wooden box so that we don't mess about with the backlogs. I set up a filter just so that it could grab off the belt. Everything here seems about right. Red circuits needs to fill up. Currently there isn't a deficit, so we dodged a bullet there. And steel, it's getting enough steel. It's just time that's the issue here. But now it's at least somewhat faster. I don't know. It's 2/3 faster than the green circuitry ones. And 2/3 no, and 50% more. Not gonna calculate anything. And here we have. Okay, currently there is room for more coal extraction here, which can just be dumped in here. And then this coal is just going into explosive creation and plastic and the main bus. However, on the main bus part it isn't being used because we've had enough coal for ages. We have more than enough military science. We are starting to fill up on blue. Let's check the costs here. Oh no, not enough utility science. For the Corex. Mining productivity, that still uses utility. These guys don't use utility, but I don't have enough science. There's none of this that is like necessary. I could make this just to have access to it, and it's useful for rocket silo, which I won't be getting to just yet. But like all of the extra energy, all of the extra modules and such, the defenders, I'm not gonna be using those. I could research them just to have the labs be busy, but no. Speed module it will be useful, so I might as well just get that one going. Also, I might have to set up a system to just automatically make processing units, because I have proved that I need them. And let's see, are there any base resources that I'm going to be gonna need in here? Like maybe stone if I decided I wanted to make tracks here. Alternatively, I could just leech tracks of the system here and just increase production of them. Once I get enough steel, of course. Now, out of the things I'm thinking of creating along this rack or along this rail, it might just be processing units. That's the final component I'll need. Alternatively, I can have them shipped in. If I ever reach the point where I'm rich enough to do that. The solar panel is increasing again, and the accumulators have only dropped 4 gigajoules. Nope, okay, this seems about right. 3.5 gigajoules of power spare. I'll keep it running. No, but back to the processing units. They require 20 electronic circuits and 2 advanced, which is, I think it's okay. I'll have to like limit it somewhat to actually be able to, for this system to cope with it, but I think I should be able to make a system for that. Then I could potentially just feed them along either 2 of these or a single one. We'll see. So it's just a matter of where it will fit. If I move these lines like closer along here, then I could potentially put it here. Which might be the best or simplest solution at least. I mean, in that case, however, I am going to be using the belts. No. I'm going to be using the yellow belts, to say it correctly. Also, I might as well just move it so that they are slimmed in, like, almost as soon as they reach here. Then I just need to check which one. Copper is on the inline. for some reason. No underground belts, oops. More like no transport belts. Oh yeah, they're going to just take them once I deconstruct. Let's just do this and start feeding them in. And we start deconstructing following the copper. The stone will take a little longer as they aren't being, well, they aren't being used as quickly. Also, I'm probably just going to grab some extra yellow belts. I'm assuming I am still collecting them off. Which, yes, I haven't changed quite yet. There we go. There these guys are. And let's just plan the construction all the way up here. For now, I'll just add a... Oh, hang on, let's get these out. And the iron I need, so that I don't have to do much right now. Can simply just add this along beneath. Huh? Wait, what's going on now? Not a lot of logistics networks. You aren't? Oh yes, you are. You are connected to that one. I guess I'll set this one to have infinite. Aye. Do not forget which network you work for. The hell? You are working for me and not for the rest of the system. There we go. Should hopefully have enough. I also remove this one, I don't want them to flood my inventory. Just finish off this, hopefully we should have enough at least. If not, I can start deconstructing the stone belt. Here we go. That's that finished. And then I'll just let this run. The stone won't be connected until that's done, which is too long. I'm going to destroy it. See, destroy all the way down. Even if that means you're going to have to fill my Spidertron with garbage. Which is down in this scenario. Let's see. Oh yeah, actually I'm full. There we go, now they don't have to manually move as much stone for me. There we go, just grabbed all of it and finally construction is ready. Now I just need to find a place to dump all this stone. And then we can get to creating the processing plant. Okay, this is the... I don't know what these guys were. Steel plant up here is still working. It has been receiving... We have been creating enough iron for it to keep itself busy. See, the second tier power armor just required too many speed modules and such, that's why I didn't create them. See, stone breaks, yada yada. It was numpad plus. Now it's just to fill in the areas with the bricks. I don't know why I'm cleaning out this one, considering it's just a poorly optimized power plant. See, let's just find a place to dump the stone first. Right, that's all of them full. Just keep the rest in storage, I suppose. I do not approve of the grassland. Oh, I've gotten some stone bricks that I can put just straight into the storage box. I don't think it's being properly deposited, but that's... yeah, it's fine. Let's upgrade this area. We do have slightly quicker walk speed along here, so should be fine. Down here we are... production is still slow, mainly due to a lack of copper? Oh no. Okay, so we aren't producing enough copper really. I don't know why I thought we were, but apparently we aren't. Oh boy, that's going to need to be fixed. Still, first fill these boys. Check where the rest of the copper is going. A lot is going into circuitry, because all of a sudden that's actually being spent. Probably because there isn't backlog of red circuitry anymore. For the time being, I can just give them a boost. Allow some of the copper to get the backlog. But copper in general then needs to be like improved, and I need to not pick up the copper ore. So let's see, the copper lines are... well, none of them are the optimized system that I would probably have preferred to use, but that's mainly due to a lack of space here. The system I would have preferred to use is, of course, let's see, this one. With productivity modules and speed. If placed up here, and just these slightly above, could probably have used this if we made some headroom. But that would be okay. That would require just shutting down this part temporarily. And just, at least for the moment, send it along this way. Okay. Also gonna need to move a wall ever so slightly, but that's fine. And just the reverse one, I'm getting attacked. Where? Here. Because another shit-ass base has appeared. Great. With the new system, this wall is Yeah, it's kind of redundant, but I do not believe that I am going to tear it down. It'll be a slightly worse system here, but that's fine. Fill this bad boy with blue and blue. Gonna need more blue, but... And then the system input is here. Okay, let's grab some more blue. Grab all of it. An input that was missing apparently. Okay. That's a good thing about using these guys. They sometimes notice something's wrong. So let's see. The output will be pointing this way. Like this. Input will be going this way. Yes, fill it with medium electric poles so that it can power itself up. Then underground belts here. Let's see. Just grab some more straight off the belt here. As for input, well, just make a large hole there, and like, what was it? There we go. A stacker. Okay, so that's for this output. The other output is going to have to go someplace else. No. The entrance will be here. Okay, now we can probably just do it like this. Oh boy, let's see here. This up there, down into these guys going down, and then there we go. This like perfect belt will only last so long. So now we can get all to. Let's increase physical projectile damage. Doesn't require any important science. Okay, so there's a lack of copper ore here. Oh, great. And these guys aren't getting any. Okay, so now not enough copper is getting its way in. But these outputs seems to be doing fine, at least at the moment. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm going to be making some beacon actually. Let's just let's automate the beacons. No, actually no, let's not automate the beacons. We do not have access to enough red circuitry currently. Okay, copper seems to be filling up the belts again. I do not have any pre-made speed modules. That's a bit of a shame. Oh yeah, now these guys are going to fill up these because I gave them the resources to. And we, oh my lord. I am not entirely certain how that happened, but we are actually full on... we seem to be full on iron distribution. Holy guacamole. That's amazing news. Now we might actually be able to get shit done. Yeah. Let's duplicate the system. And place it like straight after here. So that would mean destroying this and placing it about here. However, these of course are not going to be making productivity, they'll be making speed modules. Just so that I have access to a couple of those as well. Yep. Move that slightly along. And then the red circuitry will have entered here. Not two of those. Just simple feed through here. And then I'll be getting some speeds modules slowly. But slow isn't good enough now, so I'll just be giving them a boost start. And I'll probably feed them into the red circuitry system first, so that we can get back up on that front. Okay, but what else? We need to check that the copper. We need to check if the copper is actually stable again. Might have become unstable due to a sudden rise in demand from the low density structure production being upgraded. I'm going to assume that that's the most likely reason. Yep, they aren't reaching the end at this rate, so that means it's going to be a constant consumption, meaning that the general copper construction is going to, our creation is going to have to keep up with that. Here there is just a mess. I mean, nothing's been fed in. There's half is going here, and half is going here, so about 25% is actually being fed into the red circuit. Which is not good enough, unfortunately. I'd say this one to focus output on the left. That way it will feed about 50 into the correct one. And we'll just feed these guys 50 processing units each. And once we've actually remembered to give them the correct machines, and this of course the temporary storage boxes. I need to remember to create those. There we go. For now we'll feed productivity modules into these, because clearly that is an issue. Actually, should probably have fed them into the bottom line, as that one is actually the one that's constantly getting any whatsoever. However, I can see that my system has not been perfect, but something is not being... well, that one's neither being fed nor being emptied. Which is also the case for this one over here for some reason. I'm with a system that's incomplete. And that one's not necessary, nor that one. In the meantime, however, I'm going to add the 4 main beacons here. don't know why these guys weren't given any delivery orders. They are not outside. That's probably just a small... That's a small hang-up, it's not important in the grand scheme of things. Still, let's just give these guys more copper, because they clearly need it. And let's see. First batch of... Oh, there's 2 batches. Sweet. I'm also going to just evenly distribute them for now. Now, this guy's working over speed and these guys are working okay speed. Let's hope this is going to be enough to fill the... Oh, actually, how much is... About half is being fed into further production, which is... I guess that's fine. I just need to ensure that I have enough of the base components, like green circuitry and plastic. Plastic is a bit overly falling behind on plastic. Okay, I'm going to fix that, I wonder. I mean, simple reason is, let's see, petroleum overflow. Because I'm cracking everything, which I probably shouldn't. I shouldn't be doing that, but that's how it is for now. Luckily, with the new underground belts I've received, I can, like, just feed, not that far maybe, feed further down the line, and maybe make my way make room for more of these. Like this one could probably just be added around here. This one doesn't need to point up that far. Like just add the insert here. Output here. Let's see here. Deconstruct everything, set up the next tier of ammunition. Just a little extra. Oh, actually, hang on. Do I have any of those spare? Yes, I have 3 of them. That should be enough to begin with. Now I just need to, well, first of all, grab back these power poles. Then, now here. And turn these around, because that's the way I've been producing it so far. And let's add these 2. Well, this part is a bit annoying. If there's an easy fix for that, I'd like to know. I'd have to find out. Because that's something I'd have to do myself. Actually, this one is in the way, so I'm going to have to do that one further down. Let's see, output here. Input at the same point above. And just... Oh, let's see. Let's see, you need to be at least... yeah. This guy can probably be moved a 1 step up, allowing this to pass through. feeding these machines. Okay, that should hopefully fix more or less plastic issues currently. I guess now this one isn't good enough. There we go. Proper distribution. Probably should just upgrade these tracks as well to make sure we get all the resources through. Grab this one. And let's see. Great. So even if the output isn't like too speedy, now that all is actually managing to get through, that's good enough. And all of these seem to be producing. So we might be able to get back up on delivering enough plastic for every part of the system. These guys are going slightly slower again due to... yeah, it's more or less just because they haven't been receiving enough plastic. But that should be fixed now. So that one should be up and running. The rest of these speed modules can go to different things now. Like this system. Now one line of copper isn't enough anymore. Or is it? No, there's a little too little reaching the end of this belt. Which is mainly because that isn't the main output belt, but I've sorted it so that it is the main output belt. Nope, so we seem to be needing more copper. Like, it isn't a deficit just yet, but we are using everything we have. Nope, that... Okay, how much have these guys created? I wish I could force them to like make a half stack, because I don't think I need this much anyways. Well, actually, no. You guys are not getting upgraded. Just yet. Also, let's see how the red circuitry is doing. Now we are no longer receiving enough for this part of the system. That is a bit of an issue. However, the processing units still have enough. And are also still on top of the system. That's good. Everything is currently going as it should be. Oh, we are not receiving enough green circuit anymore. Like this sudden problem is proving to be more. When I'm just creating what I need, the system can get by. When I suddenly try to create more than what I need, it's not good enough. Well, the system breaks, put it a better way. So let's... I think it's time maybe to do this upgrade. Like just this. And these. Yeah. You guys... Oh, bother. Half and half. Let's get these guys to the max. Well, speed does not need to be maxed just yet. These guys are yummy yummy feast. And this guy is run out. I guess this area of the base needs to be redesigned at some point. Because everything is just a mess. Projectile damage. Should probably research that a lot earlier. I don't know. That's probably that I got to comment on. I've been starting to edit like previous Factorio streams and put them out on my highlight channel. And well, someone commented that instead of starting to get oil, I should have... Well, I should have made ammunition and I should have used the turret defense strat against the biters and such. A strat which I have yet to get to work, but that's probably because I got it too late and because the turns aren't good enough yet. Because I haven't really been researching like better turrets at all, like what I'm doing now, which is my fault entirely, but also kinda silly. Alright, time to fully upgrade these belts. They have been suboptimal for long enough. There we go. I'm not going to upgrade this part, and I guess still we seem to be doing alright in terms of what, what's it called again, iron? One line on each. Oh, there went all the rest of them. Like, iron doesn't seem to be the thing we are currently missing. But we are... yeah, we're getting a little too little copper. If this guy was filling up, I'd feel more secure in our current system, but it isn't. Which is now mainly due to copper supply. So I need to make the copper better. I have... let's just grab a bunch of these so that I can actually make beacons. Get the copper to melt. At the same time, just increasing the copper melting isn't really going to fix the core of the problem, because then it's just not going to be enough copper delivery at all. Now I probably need to upgrade the entire track, probably to blue belts, or express underground belts even. There we go. Pop these in. And second wasn't done yet, okay. Here we go. Just like spread it out to as many as possible. Why is this being delivered? This is being delivered down here. And you know what? I'm going to have an output priority here. Focus on giving to these guys, because at least the first of them have at least some productivity. Then you can focus on giving to no, these guys, because they are actually speedy. Like once this is up, and now I just need to make sure that they are actually spreading out evenly enough for the rest of the system, which they seem to be. And at that point I can just, well, demolish this entire system. Yeah. In fact, I am going to demolish this entire system. If at any point enough ore passes, oopsie, if any ore passes through to this side, I'll just upgrade this system. However, this sudden yummy is also going to make this section redundant. Which, you know, if I can have less machines and use instead better machines, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to, I'll start thinking about using better productivity modules here, but that isn't currently the main goal. Ah, look, I have two. I guess I can place these. You know what? This guy needs it, because, oh boy, he always runs out. If anything, I'll just increase the speed around, and that should deal with any problems. See how these guys doing? They are doing slow because they do not have enough. Right. They do not have enough to give them either on me. Now processing units are a bit of a pain. Okay, no. Upgrade, just going to the next step was a mistake. For now, just dump what you've created. These guys will just be fed into the copper melters anyways. There we go. Now all of these are going to be slightly slower. Especially this one, or the rest is slightly quicker. Whilst also giving me some extra. This line is filling up. This line isn't filling up just yet. Let's see, I don't have any belts upgraded anyways. Let's just grab them. Okay, when it comes to, you know what, I'm going to just do what I should have done a while ago. Like the copper, currently it's going slow. And I might be producing more than it's currently exporting. Not gonna say I'm entirely certain there, but I hope so at least. Yep. So here, at this point, I'm going to just make a... you're not going to build this one either anyway, so just... actually, there. Copy. And then we're just going to plan the demolition of all of these over here. And replace them with these guys. They did not allow me to place... they're filled with copper, I forgot. Great. This is definitely going to put my system out of copper. Oh, oops. Well. Yeah, they don't have the belts to actually work. And also, you know what? I'm just going to cancel this so that they actually allow themselves to run out of copper. Ugh, again. There we go. How much copper is left? Well, it's been emptied up to this point. Let's demolish all of that. No, 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 no. Oh, you want? I'll fill it. I also destroyed the perfect system. Ah, whatever. Let's see. I'm going to just use the deconstruct line. What's that? Alt D. Okay. And then destroy them up until this point. These guys will destroy them for me, and then I'll just replace them with the blue belts. Okay, there was some copper left. I hope that's not the case with the rest of them. There we go. Oh. Hang on a second. Do not let them fill up with copper. Oh. The copper isn't being emptied that quickly, honestly. And at this point I can, well, put my ingenious plan into motion. Well, assuming I don't overstep. There we go. Increasing the... Now I'll increase the capacity of these belts. They'll deliver more copper. And then we'll see if that will be enough to feed all the melters. Oh. Yeah, actually I'll let you guys repair this system also here. Maybe I should also fill the... Check that all of the ammunitions are good. Yeah. And then at this point let's just alt the... Sharp turn. There we go. In a sense, it's nice that it doesn't allow the belts that are being deconstructed to carry items, so that they don't start filling up when you're planning to destroy them. But also it's a bit annoying that they aren't going to empty themselves, even if they have the option. See, all the deconstruct up until this point. Here we go. And am I going to have enough? Might not have enough underground belts to make it all the way up to the top. Ah, oh well. I did not check whether all of these actually are like 100% efficient, because if they aren't, that could unfortunately create some issues. No, not this one. Let's see here. Here we go. No. We are going to upgrade the system first. Let's see. This upgrading is going rather slow. Yeah, at least I'll get the chance to stock up on more blue underground belts, assuming they've made some once they get back to the system. Oh. Yeah, make sure that every piece is actually placed before I move on. That's probably a good idea. Blue science ones are filling up, good. Okay, let's see. Placing it like this. What got destroyed? Another pipe, and now they're attacking the copper. Might have to go out and do some more work soon. They're proving to be a bit of a nuisance, those aliens. And if I cannot rid this world of them, then I'll be hard-pressed how to fix it. Let's see. Multi. Destroy. Okay, the rest of the system is more or less just do it yourself, because it's a bit too finicky for the robots. Put up here. I go about here. Do I? They do not have any in storage, so I'm going to have to just grab a couple more. Okay, 12 should hopefully be enough. Let's see. I mean, now I can probably just update this path ever so slightly as well. Like, these guys are no longer going to be in the way here. There we go. And we just need to upgrade this way up. Also, probably need to have to add in here, because otherwise I won't be able to fix up entirely. And also I can just loop it back around here. Oh, wait. Need to change it ever so slightly. There we go. Now we are delivering more copper than we are consuming. And how is the system coping with that? Have it managed? It seems to be doing fine. I mean, this whole part should have been updated when we were there, because now it's... whatever. Let's check. Let's upgrade the copper delivery parts here as well. Oh, do not. Oh boy. See here. It's going quickly here. It just needs to be quick between all pieces, if possible. Like, any slower part is going to gank up the system. Like this. Let's see, grab some more, hopefully. Okay. The express and the round belts are not being made nearly quickly enough. God the fucking damn. Why did I do that? There we go. And just force feed them into the furnaces, because I'm not carrying this shit. Okay. These are express transport belts. This guy's limited. I can upgrade these guys because they aren't too expensive, but the rest, the underground belts are too many. Okay, just plan the upgrade of all of these to blue belts. And I'll give you some. I'll give you some means I'll give you some, because I didn't have many. Oopsie. Well, at least we have a bunch of those ready. Weapon shooting speed upgraded. Ooh. If we can get that to rockets as well, then that'd be quite nice. Let's see. Yeah, you can just insert a regular belt. Again, slight. And here, at least we can see that both belts are more or less filled currently. Let's just see if there's any extra activity modules I can insert into the system. Yep, a couple. Where did they go? Yeah. Even if that'll slow them down ever so slightly. Hopefully in the long term it will pay off. Also, I should probably just insert a couple of more beacons. And I do have some. I can afford a couple of steel chests to just dump all the wood in. Let's see. Like all ores and such, I'll just place back into their respective ovens and such, so that I don't have to store them. I can instead melt them, but the rest I don't want to. Also, I need to check accumulator charge, because the accumulators aren't enough anymore. Oh, either that or the solar panels. That is not good. Also need to move these to the front ones, seeming as they are going to be getting the most power speed boosts. And then I'll just have to fill myself up on accumulators, solar panels, and then head off. But I'm also going to need some substations, so just eat more of these and steel. It's a bit... don't really have enough steel. Steel production is a bit too low. Actually, now I need to check. Do I even have... Okay, now iron is nowhere near being produced enough. That's... ooh, worrying. Now there's some room for these beacons, but not many. Still, let's just pop these guys in. System has run out. Let's start off by increasing the accumulator count. Whether the extra solar panels I'll add will be enough to completely fill them during the day, or is going to be another question. and whether I should consider investing in maybe like a nuclear power plant or something. That's a different question, which I will not bother answering right now. Okay. But solar panels, maybe I should allow more room for those. I don't know how much change adding like 100 solar panels is really going to do. So, well, at least I'll fill in the rest. Also, I'm going to just wipe out these new camps, because having them too close to the solar panels worries me. I'm a little bit scared of them. Not really, but it's not fun having them on your borders, to put it that way. Also, you're not going to keep the repair packs, because you're going to do something foolish with them. Oh, hello. How long have you been there? Should have erased you guys a long time ago. The remains of the past still haunts me to this day. Though they aren't exactly very dangerous currently. Actually, let's see, what was the things I needed for the Mark II power armor? Several tier 2. I currently am making tier 2 for the speed ones. I don't know if I currently have enough processing units for that to keep running, but it should be working ever so slowly. Also, this was not a camp I intended to visit, sorry. I'll be on my way. But if I can just get, like, set up a couple of machines for efficiency modules to give them the amount of processing units they need, then I can probably, like, make simple tier 2 power armor. Just going to allow me to have more of the laser turrets. Which in the end, isn't that what the power armor is all about? The option to completely devastate your enemies with lasers. Look at this firing speed. Holy moly. This is what weapon shooting speed 4 or 3, which is the one I've unlocked, is all about. It's all about that speed, baby, that speed. Come on, come on. Let's see. That's those wiped out. Just carry me down here. Having one that close to the base is a threat. Also, these guys have been at war and they keep destroying the pipes because they are so close to the rest of the vital machinery they're attacking. So I'm going to have to need to do something about that as well. Going over to the base, we can check how we're doing on these things. Maybe run that processing unit so they aren't creating anything. These guys are full, we are just filling up the blue guys. Red circuits, the lanes are filling. So we are definitely producing more than is being consumed on most parts. Can I change it? No. I can unfortunately not change anything from this distance. However, though, now there are only these that are actually consuming any red circuitry on us, at least along this line. Oh, we're here. There we go, that's all of those wasted. and wipe out this small outbreak colony as well. Rocket barrage, go. Completely wasted and devastated. Yeah, might as well just wipe out this one as well. So there's slightly less colonies here. Actually, speaking of which... I don't know. Ugh. Like this one. What the hell? But these ones, oh fuck, these guys are actually being affected. I'm going to have to wipe out those. Let's see, let's just move these back and forth so that we fill up the rockets amounts. And let's see, power-wise, I could probably like replace the personal batteries. Oh shit, I just walked straight into the base. How can I be that careless? I don't know. That was a word I was thinking of, but I couldn't remember what the word was, so... Well, anyways, the bases, they're devastated. Annihilated. They're gone, reduced to atoms. They do not exist anymore. At least not for long. Might as well just bomb the following guys. Get rid of them a little quicker. Also, bye. Excellent. Right, so that's that base done. Might as well just wipe out the small one up here, as they are also ever so slightly affected by pollution. There we go. No, I need to get the second tier of armor. Oh, hang on. Ah, we have a little island base. Until I get the artillery, I'm not going to mess with those. Once I get the artillery, I probably won't be able to stop an attack. But until then, I might as well ignore them. Also, I'm just going to plan the expansion of a third line of these. No, actually, no, I'm not going to. The efficiency modules, what do they do again? They just reduce energy consumption. Like, they're useful, but in most cases I won't have the space for them. As most machines, I want to install like a power system, like productivity or speed. And in those systems I usually want to, like, if I do productivity I want speed, and then I won't have any room for anything else anyways. So I don't think if mass producing efficiency module isn't going to be necessary other than for making multiple sets of power armor, which I don't see why I would need. I'm going to make a single, like, temporary production site for that, but no, nothing else. Okay, we are full on the blue signs and furnaces. And we are ever so slowly filling up this part as well. And oh lordy-doo. Oh, oh yeah, we're actually using quite a bit of steel now. We aren't overproducing, like, processing units anymore. Which is a bit of a shame, because I kind of want us to overproduce those. Let's see. There we go. How much does one repair again? 300, okay. Also, technically I could just fish all the fish here, if I wanted to. Those fish are at my mercy. Actually, yeah, fuck it. No. We do not need this much. Where is it? No. Not what I wanted to do. There. Cannot connect. Why? What do you mean? Okay. And we'll do it like this. That's fine by me. And then enable if the amount of, let's see. Okay, hang on. If the amount of speed modules 1 is less than, let's say, let's more. Let's say 4. Wait, is it? Read belt contents. What signal is it currently outputting? Pulse. As long as items are on the belt. Okay. How did I copy? Oh. Okay. Yes, I've moved everything over. Now they won't be getting green circuitry until, well, until they've spent all that, which I won't do. Unless I take some, which I kinda want. Okay, fine, you can work a little more. Can I... Is there somewhere I can read, like, the current output signal? Yeah, enable, disable. Oh, the batteries are out of power again. Yep, buddy boy, get over here. We have a system to fix. First of all, we are going to need more. Let's have these hold 100 each. This one's already set to hold 200. And although I don't remember the exact ratio, I think you're supposed to have more or less more solar panels. And if not, it's just barely more of the other parts. Yep, that's that full. Now for the next expansion phase, I'm going to consider... I need to have to consider where. I want it to be in an area that's easily defendable. I should maybe set up a wall here. What? Okay, excuse me. We seem to have a new colony that spawned surprisingly Like, it must have spawned before I wiped out one of the connecting... Because there shouldn't be any way for them to cross, unless it doesn't really care for, well, water. Can these guys swim? I doubt it. Oh well. Oh boy, I shouldn't have given them the ability to repair. Do not destroy my drone. There we go. And... yeah. Let's check how things are going down here. We have about 1,000. We actually have as much purple science as we are supposed to keep. Or as we have designed it to keep. We could think about the Coverex, but I am actually more interested in the artillery now. Or maybe not. Coverex is the first step towards nuke. The nuke is far off, because the system isn't stable enough to produce 5,000 in any reasonable time. So the question lies between creating artillery, which I want, and, well, nothing else really. I've overproduced blue science. At least that was really nice, just to allow it to fill itself back up. Now the north wall, I am going to probably install a security barrier soon. It's easily defendable, and apart from a few skirmishes, there shouldn't be any large hordes approaching until I've actually installed the artillery. Now for this to happen, I need to actually start producing enough capacitors and such. And also, yeah, if I install this wall and install a wall there, then there shouldn't be any threat for a large-scale solar plant up there. So I think that might be the solution to our current power crisis. Spending it more so that we can be safer. Each of these certs costs a 20 steel, oh boy. Luckily we have a backlog here, which I am not above spending. 9 of these will cover a how large area? I mean, 9 would probably be enough to cover the entire wall. But that wouldn't be a wall that I'd be fixing very often, so that's something I need to remember. I very rarely be tending to that area. But these guys can be fixed. They must have been damaged for quite a long time, considering I haven't been here for a while. Now, the power system is completely out of energy. Damn it. I mean, to be fair, I can just, if I get one, disconnect these. Now it gets power even if it isn't doing anything either way. Yep, and yeah, might as well just waltz up there after I've grabbed whatever new accumulator and solar panel, and actually I also need to make myself a couple of substations. As I have enough big electric poles, I can set up a system, and I do not have any radars. I have radars. I'm good. still alive. There's a couple of guys still sleeping around there, so I need to just quickly remove those. I'm going to assume that they will not attempt to damage my electric poles, as based on what I understand about their behavior, they do not attend to destroy just regular old power infrastructure. Okay, we're here. First off, a wall. Let's design this by hand and then have these guys build. Alright, it's a bit more than I think I have the resources for currently. Let's see. And this is about the smallest point also. Then these guys. For now, let's just make sure that they are within range of each other. And use that as a way to measure about how many of these I'm going to need. Okay, and more. Just give them all my walls. Then I don't have to do anything, and I can just send this guy along. Actually, let's see it. Can I fit in? Is the spaces correct for this? No. All of these aren't going to be filled like just yet. But at some point I want this to be filled completely. But like we can see currently that the amount is just a tad ridiculous. So for now, I don't imagine like that large hordes are going to be attacking like anytime soon, so hopefully we should be fine. Unfortunately, we are out of walls though. And just set up these guys, only having a one spec sliver in between them does mean that, assuming I have enough of these, it's going to reach all the way. Actually it doesn't, but I do have the basic wooden poles as well, so it's no biggie. And now we have the beginnings of a wall. Time to create the beginnings of a solar power system as well. I'm going to need to access the iron, so for now I'm just going to set up the system here. And I do have the... It's here. Move those into the bag. I'll put down the substations on my own. Okay, let's see. Last night... it dropped below. Not good. Oh yeah, also I was supposed to set a radar system above there so that I could actually see what's going on. I'm going to be really mad if, like, for some reason a giant horde suddenly barges their way through the wall and I have to fend them off. Or if they break through and I'll lose all the solar panels. Let's see. Okay, I've run out of solar panels and capacitor as well, it seems. Actually, you guys do this. I can't be bothered. There we go. And then finally these two. Then it's back to get more walls. I don't think I have a system that's like creating walls specifically for the use of war, but well, I can always go down here and set up a system that takes those. Oh, we're actually underproducing. Underproducing walls? Well, let me just produce some more. Quite simple, really. There it is. And let's see. That being said, I am going to like upgrade the system ever so slightly. Let's see here. I do not have any. Oh wait, these guys have. And yeah. The way we do this. This guy is not necessary currently, so we just set up a filter inserted into a small wooden box, max it out at 4, have output priority here, and then set it to filter only walls. Then we'll get excess walls but nothing else. And now we seem to be producing excess walls, so that's good enough. At the same time, this system actually demanding walls is kind of a new thing for the system. Actually going to have to create more bricks than we have tended to do. Might not even be producing enough bricks anymore, who knows. Luckily we have a huge backlog. And I'm just gonna... How much do I need? Like... At least 300, I would assume. There we go. Grab the solar panels, grab the laser turrets, grab the accumulators. These guys, wait, it's not receiving enough. Oh boy. Okay, so the thing here is that we aren't producing enough. Oh, that's the angle. Look at this, that's all. We are under delivering copper now. Probably under producing as well. Mainly just under delivering. Still, could be worse. It's more or less an easy fix. However, the lack of sulfur and the lack of petroleum is quite an issue. Let's see how it's going with processing units. I'm going to be needing... how much exactly for the 25 secondary efficiency modules? Each of them is 5 processing units, so that's about 125 processing units if I am not mistaken. Yet we are not producing any excess. Wow. Our system is in deep shit. Yep, again, now everything is suddenly out of production. Yeah, the issue is simply just it's not working quickly enough, or actually it's not delivering quickly enough. Now, out of all the systems I have, this does seem like one of the systems that deserves proper delivery. Oh. However, I do not have any of those on me. Like, yeah. At least in here I should probably max out delivery. Oh, actually, these guys aren't creating enough. It's, I am going to have to spend those speed modules. Where did I park it? Well, there it is. It's that easy to lose your spider drone. But, let's see. Grab these. That should be enough walls to fix the rest. Actually, no, the laser turrets I'm going to place by hand to ensure that there is a more or less equal distribution. I don't think they'll attack anytime soon, but gosh, I disabled the walking. But it doesn't hurt to be prepared. Also, I'm not sure about this. They shouldn't spread here. Like, based on what it seems here, it does seem like even if this area is out of bounds, they can potentially move here. I am not too... Oh, shit, I disabled it again. Which doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is. I'll just have to deal with it some way. It's not combinated. So balance. Let's see here. Actually, I need to move these in for the way back. You go over there. This place is fully defended. Oops. Let's just spread these out by hand a bit. And then just fill in. Okay, we had enough. Next part is just to install the radars, which shouldn't take the fire, but who knows. Also, this is going to let me see what is above here, so if that is a prerequisite for expansion, then oh shit. Then these guys up there are going to be busy. Oh, stone. Oh yeah, the accumulators didn't seem to run out last night, which is positive. They didn't seem to be like... Oh no, they were filled at least today. That's a good start. And just move all the way back home. Yeah, no, sulfur is a bit of a bottleneck right now. It's only being used for blue science currently, but still. I need to think about improving this. When it comes to oil, I have a bunch spare, and it doesn't seem to be going down too much. Oh shit. Oh, lubricant hasn't been created. How long has that been going on? Apparently not long enough for it to have even mattered. Anyways, make these guys slightly quicker, see if that does anything for the system. Not exactly, it seems. All of it's being fed into the plastic chemical plants first. Let's change that. Oh. Changing that wasn't as easy as I'd hoped. Still, I am red belt, I can just do this. I have no, still need to. Okay, now it is somewhat focusing on this. It's good at least. Sulfur is being created, we are getting batteries and we're getting other stuff. Good. Also, without suffering sulfur, that might have been part of the reason why these guys weren't working. Now they still have a backlog. I'm just trying to find an explanation that doesn't make it seem like I've messed up. But then apparently it seems like that's the only answer right now. I made an oopsie somewhere. Okay, a lubricant is being created. Yeah, let's disconnect this one temporarily. Send all of the heavy oil into lubricant processing. Still an issue. Still a bit of an issue, I mean. Huh? Oh yeah, this one, when it is calculating the sulfur from the raw heavy oil for some reason. It's not like sulfur is being made from heavy oil. There we go. You do you. Yeah, okay, no, they had a backlog of electronic circuits most likely, which is why there is that extra. Now it's time to... A wall here could be nice, but it's a bit large. It's going to be quite expensive. It would be quite expensive to build, especially in terms of lasers. Processing unit plant I want to be great. I have not got the time to make, as there have just been so many issues. However, at this point I think we should stabilize a bit more in terms of green circuits for the red circuitry at least, now that they are overproducing. Ever so slightly at least. I hope. Maybe. We'll see. It seems to be doing fine at least. These guys haven't been doing anything, as I haven't had any processing units spare. Copper is not doing amazingly. That was what I was thinking about doing now. And when the hell did this happen? These damages are ancient. Actually, I'm going to need more blue belts if I'm going to upgrade them to the max anyways. No need to run down just yet. Let's see, blue belts. I'll only need stackable tape too, just in case. Stone is running slightly faster. I guess the consumption has actually increased now. Okay, let's see. The box isn't filled. Closed is close to. Oh, but we have created a deficit. Let's see, move this laser turret so that we can position a new mine there, or a couple of new mines at least. Let's see, place it around the back. Now, there we go. Cables are missing here. I should have some small electric poles I can give them, as well as a couple of mining drills. And I'll just have to make more repair packs, because these guys actually do need them. Okay. Anyways, the things I was going to do right now was just to add these guys. Because it can feed perfectly fine to belts. And due to the size here, it's not going to do much to just add on more. If I'm going to expand like this section here, which I might as well do, it's extra ore. There we go. Yellow belts. Then we feed these together, which will then require blue belt. And then I add, of course, the extra laser dirts, or add back the laser dirts. Yeah, and I have enough walls to just like add a small defensive wall around. Go. No excess copper is being filled on the belts. I do not believe there is much below here. Not that I would be able to tell that way, hang on. Actually, there is a bit. And also this one is hidden away for that. It's not that important. We've fixed this, so now let's just wipe out a few more bugs. That's probably what's important right now. That island is considered a safe spawn point. Now, if it actually does spawn a colony there, that does mean they are able to cross the water, which I don't want. Don't want to do. They can't spawn, nothing is spawned here yet. Don't want to go down and wipe out a large colony. Yeah, they are breathing, which is not okay. No, breathing. Well. Okay, the poison capsules and such I do not need. Cluster grenades might... I have never tested them. I could probably just make a couple and see if they are any good at all. Honestly, I'd assume they aren't, like, amazing. They might be nice for, like, earlier expansion than the point I am at. Now I just use the Spidertron lasers and rockets. I don't need anything else, really. There we go, just This is how simply to wipe out this, and I think I'll actually take the time to just try myself on this one. I have plenty of rockets. I don't have too many spare, but at this point it's going to be enough anyways. The launch rate of my rockets means I am able to just annihilate all the spawners before any extra ones are able to appear. Well, assuming I had gotten everyone, there's still a couple I haven't gotten to. There we go. I could probably wipe out these as well. And I just not having any like obscenely large bases on my border, at least not my immediate border, would probably just be a wise idea. Oh boy. Accidentally. You know what, you guys are losing your repair pack privileges again, sorry. Luckily they don't seem to care too much about them. So, don't really know what I can do right here. I just need to wipe out those that are following me. Then I can get him back in. Ooh, need to run from the biters, the rest I can just shimmy. Oh, and he's on the reserve power. Luckily they don't tend to drop from the sky even though they're out of power. Also I need to remove that guy because... Ooh. Again, almost just walked into them. Let's see here. Running around the back will let me wipe out the other side of spawners. That's most of them. Yep, that's about it. And then just leave the following horde. This was a little bit more worrying, but it wasn't exactly dangerous, so that's good at least. Run. Just do a couple of drive-bys. That's most of the spawners destroyed already. Now it's just the rest of the bugs. It should be simple enough. Oh, and the worms. Do not forget the worms. Pop, 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 pop. Right, so we used about 320 missiles or rockets for this entire attack. I'd say that's not awful. Had I had my powered suit, I could potentially have done a bit more, a bit easier. But in general, this has been a decent attack. I can't cross here, I'll have to cross this part. Wait. And there we have a iron patch I can exploit at a later date if I were to, well, either block off here or find a later point that's easier. But when it comes to those block off points, at some points you just have to accept that you aren't going to find a proper chokehold. Or choke point, chokehold, no, that's not what I meant. But like to just... I could block off here, it would be expensive, but it would be a wall. Potentially I could explore the next area, but that would mean... Oh boy, there's been attacks here. Yeah, no, that's an issue. But if I explore, I'd probably have to find more choke points, and chances are there aren't going to be any clean, like the ones I want. Anyways. So at that point, why bother really? If I'm going to make a choke point, I'm probably going to build it there. And I'm also going to have to make a repair system up north. That's probably going to be built on the concept of once the laser turrets have stopped firing, it's safe to exit and help. But once they are firing, I do not want them out, the robots out there, because that will just be too many fallen. All of them will die if that's the case. Let's see. Whoop, whoop. Snipe, snipe, laser, laser. And that was a big one. Luckily I have not seen anything to the... What? Yeah, the huge guys. They are really annoying. At least the spitters. No, the biters, I mean. Like, the spitters are also annoying, but... the huge biters, or if that's even what they're called, they have such incredibly high health. Like, they are such a pain to deal with. So, I like just have to find a better way to deal with them than just lasers, at least. At the same time, lasers is technically all you have. But, I mean, one thing I guess I could rest easy about is the fact that even though, like, even if the amount of pollution increases, I do not believe these guys get stronger. So, like, once there are huge fighters, yes, they will be a pain, but they aren't going to grow stronger, even though I can improve my lasers. So I'm going to be able to defend better against them, as the huge ones are the last tier. Anyways, I guess it was a bit foolish to have it that close when there are, well, those, so I should probably just wipe them out and repair the current damage. Yep, I have planned wrong. There we go. And yeah, nothing worrying about this part. We have wiped out enough here to have cleaner front lines. Like, I do feel like the areas that aren't explored don't actually have any biters. So if I just like fully defended all the areas I have explored, then there wouldn't be that much spreading. Like, for this area up here, I am going to install artillery. As, even though that is, it could be a bit risky, it will allow me to just wipe out any new bases that might spawn. And as long as the bases don't actually grow that big, I should be able to defend easily against the guys that come from the bases. Like, sure, they'll be pissed that I destroyed their newfound home, but the army that I'll send isn't exactly going to be an issue. And what happened? Oh, I forgot to remove the repair packs and that killed the drone. That always happens. Such an annoyance. Right, those guys go. Okay, actually no. We have a significantly larger base, so my theory is debunked. Oh, well, that's a shame. New plans aren't at least the new invasion plan, expansion of those aren't going to access my base. But you know what, this area is a bit thin. Let's just feed them a couple of bullets. And then head home. Down here things are going, yeah, decent. Sulfur is a bit of an issue maybe. Or at least full of red circuits. Backlog has been fulfilled. Green circuits are probably going to start filling up the bottom again. I hope. Maybe not. You know, I am going to just upgrade the green circuitry path to express transport belts and splitters and such, because you know, that one is just that important, I think, to keep it, like, I need to know just how much actually is going on there. So, upgrade planners. Let's just upgrade all of this. And then again this. Yeah. Actually I have to wait. Uh-oh. I have to move these guys over. And maybe give them repair kits so that they can actually fix the mech. Let's see all the way to the bottom. And then those can be filled by the drones. Okay. There we go. This guy isn't upgraded, that's a bit of an issue. But apart from that, everything should be upgraded now, and yeah, sure, let's finish this part off, sure. Up to the insertion point, and let's just include the insertion point as well. Everything is going to be upgraded. Now we can see whether the... I guess... it doesn't... it's not filling up. It's spending all it gets, and... yeah. I need to do something about this circuitry production then. Or just ignore it for now, I guess it's not the biggest issue. In fact, I am probably going to ignore it, that's easiest. Oh, yeah, okay, this as well. Might as well. Now this, it seems we are back on top of the whole copper. Yeah, again, not much copper is getting through. Can't check if there's anything I can like immediately do. I kinda do doubt that that's the case. I can remove redundant lines. There should be one here. For some reason that isn't. And no, that's it. Some of those places is going to be redundant. And just like do this, make them merge quicker. Soon the artillery will be done. But considering that I do not plan to be playing this that much longer, I think it's about time we ended it. So yeah, thanks for watching tonight's stream. And well, no, these are indicative of any names. Good. I will be back on Monday. That'll be oxygen not included, most likely. And yeah, Tuesday Stardew Valley, Friday Factorio. So I'll stick around for those streams if you want to, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.